Hello everyone! Oh my goodness, this is old. Guardians, the card game. Now what is this card game? Guardians is a card game that came out around 1995 from the top of my head, and it was a trading card game just like all the other card games, but it had some humor in it. And the art, oh my goodness, you'll see that in a moment. The art is just amazing. It is a throwback to the old 90s, and when I was actually opening and showing you guys the Sorcery card game that I got in the mail, I was reminded by the old nostalgic Guardians cards. And I've opened up a lot of these cards back in the day, but yeah, I didn't have a YouTube channel then, and I opened up boxes and boxes of it because it was cheap. Now I finally found two of these packs, and yes, they are in Dutch, as you can see here, gelimiteerde editie, starter deck, because the game came out in like 4 languages, which is English, Dutch, German, and Hungarian of all languages. Well, then again, Dutch isn't a straightforward language either. Yeah, so I got reminded by Sorcery of the old nostalgia that was Guardians, and I went on looking for some decks, and lo and behold, I found 2 Dutch starter decks. Now that I'm not going over the intricate workings of this game, because it is quite complex from what I remember, but I can show you guys the art and the cards that are in here. So, yeah, welcome to the true past. Very cool. We have, of course, a rules booklet, and I will someday do a how to play on this, but then I gotta have some English decks to start with. There's no one, well, a lot of you guys don't get Dutch, of course, and a lot of you guys do, because I am Dutch, and you'll follow me. So we have here a turn card, like what happens in the turn. That is quite straightforward. Then we have the cards themselves. So all of the decks are randomized. So when you open up one of these decks, it's completely different than the others. You'll have commons, uncommons, and rares. Even your starting Guardian is different and everything. And so on and so on. So what do we have? We have, what is this called? Pillars, I believe, in English. Rotszuilen. So yeah, the locations are actually translated. The rest isn't. Well, except for this. Shield! Ooh, look at that. Look at that art. Beautiful. So reminiscent of the 90s. You have more shields, but the only difference is here. The number changes, and that's... it all makes sense when you play the game. So you have like 10 shields or something. Right, then we have mountains. And there are like 4 different artists. Ooh, I didn't have this one yet. It's a starter card. One of these starter exclusive cards, because you'll start the game with starting locations. And this is one of them. The Knumian Vesting, which is a fortress. And then there are 2 cards adjacent of it that border. Also with the art on it. Oh, beautiful. Yeah, these are like the sides. Wait a minute. I got a double one. Ah, that's a shame. Oh, and on the other side we have rubble. Puinhopen. So this one also. Yeah. Okay, so that's a bit of a shame. Oh well. Didn't know that was even possible. Then we have a randomized Guardian, which is Sin, Stealer of the Power. And for some reason that's in English. But then again, the rest is in Dutch. So one of the objectives of the game is to either defeat the Guardian of your opponent, or to hold the empty spaces in the game, because this is like a grid. Just like Sorcery, you'll have to defend your fortress and your Guardian. And the other win condition is to conquer 5 or 6 shields of your opponent. And I believe there was something to do with the fortresses as well. So, what do we have here? We have a Visionary to start off with. Look at the art, beautiful. But there are like 4 artists for the entire game, and that's about it. We have a Sun Spirit, Corporal, Mud Elemental, Ice Ogre, a Rock Spirit, Dispel Magic, an Iron Crackbaggler, Habanabakaba, Babe's Bribery, and this is also translated because you could actually bribe creatures. It says so right here. This one can be bribed with gold. This one as well. There are some cards here that can be bribed with different things. There's also gold. This one can be bribed by babes. So that means that it doesn't count in one of the attacks. And then there's also beer. So there are 3 different kinds of briberies. And one of those is babes. Then we have and this one is beer. So we have a cave giant, rot rat, primordial goo, vampire hunters. This is a funny art. I thought it was a funny art. Summon gravity well. We have a vampire. Typical old 90s, late 80s artwork. I really enjoy that. Sleeping spirit. A bulbous clamjack. Magma elemental. Drooling clamjack. Skeletal minion. We have on the other side power launch. No, this isn't a misprint or anything value. No, it's just how it worked back in the days. Like one of these cards could be upside down. Doesn't mean anything. Desert giant. We have a water nymph. We have a female titan. Sandlord. Male pixie. An archer. A potion of movement essence. Bold mold. Doomwing, we have a greedy fiend, female pixie, elder cave giant, and then we have some bannermen, vaandeldrager in Dutch, which are basically giving your squads some attack points. Then we have a rain spirit, idiot fiend, bantam drake, we have a swamp, moeras. Rivers and lakes, rivieren en meren. Then we have forests, bossen. More rivieren en meren, moeras. Then we have a rare here, Polly, the official parrot. And another rare is a paladin. All right, so that's it. And of course, there's a whole lot of information here on the cards by itself. Power 14, it gets +2 strength for... against what this color is, and that is, in this case, I believe it was this color. It's all the border size, and this has a 0 to dark. So, you can modify things. It is a type. The card text itself, it is a normal sized creature, and here it can be shown if it's flying or not by showing, in Dutch, a V for vliegend, and in English, of course, an F for flying. And then this one is if it can receive magic, yes or no. I don't know what it stands for. I don't know it yet, but anymore. But you have a red and a green one. So that is starter deck number 1. And I bought 2 of them. So because I actually wanted to sleeve this up and play with my girlfriend. And in the second one, you will see there are different kind of cards. Different kind of shields, maybe even. Different kind of guardian. Maybe different kind of starting locations. Anything at all. So, with the previous one, we had a different starting card. Oh, see? Shield is already different. Beautiful. We have more mountains. So, these are just all the same, except for the number on the bottom. Then we have some forests, the bossen. And then our starting location here is this fortress looking thing. Karech Amroth vesting fortress. And here is the other part. So it's supposed to be a 3-part art. So this one is complete. And the other one should be the same, but I'm unfortunately missing one of them. So Then our guardian here is Ragnam, leader of the mighty. All right. The power of certainty is absolute might, it says. Cool. Oh, and the back of these guardians is just exactly the same. Whereas the back of the locations is rubble. And the back of the regular cards is just this, guardians. So yeah, we have a Crook and Snoot. We have a Seer. Dreaded Doom Dog. A Speckled Clamjack. A Water Nymph. Gold Bribery. So there's another one of the briberies. Ice Spirit. A Rooster. And this is a magical item. Gnomish Gnomes. Dispel Magic. Devil Dog. We have a Leprechaun. We have Thackle. Swordsman. Brownbacks. A Firewalker. Saint Valentine's Evocation. Varmint Archer. Ironcrag Boggler. Beer Bribery. So we got all of the briberies in one video. That's nice. We got an Old Mold. Eye of Long Spying. Pesky Varmint. Devil Hedgehog. Make Juice. Burrowing Barg. Visionary. Sun Spirit. Lorg Mole. Embryonic Witch. Yard Rat. Crook and Snooter. Mad Fiend. Annihilator Cloud. A Male Titan. We got a Slorg. An Angel. Marshall. We have more of these pillars. Mountains. Yeah, how do you even call this? Kale rotsen. Kaal is like bald, as in no hair. And rotsen means rocks. So that, the bold rocks, I guess. Guessing. Rivers and lakes. Swamp. Then we have two rares. The King of Mistfall. Alright, don't have this one yet, so that's good. And an Ancient Ogre. Don't have this one either. Very cool. Alright, so there you have it. Some Guardians. Well, have you ever heard of this before? I used to buy this, but yeah, maybe there are more people like me who bought this, even in Dutch. I mean, there's a reason it's printed in Dutch, although I don't know anyone who knows this in my circle, in my close circle. But yeah, if you do like it, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, enter the Patreon area, and yeah, if you like it, consider subscribing over there, becoming a Patreon, and be on the list just like these people here at the end of the video. Thank you all very much for watching. I'll see you all next time, and I will make a playthrough of these when I have some English versions. Thank you all very much for watching. Bye bye.